Earlier you mentioned that the team has some weaknesses, and after your victory over Lyon, you said the squad is lacking some characteristics. Are you willing to share the sort of thing that you're trying to get this squad to learn that perhaps is not there yet?
No, I will not share too much. But you can understand the when I say characteristics is players that play more inside than outside. That small things, even the foot. It's really important in the position that Gardner played today as a right 10 to have a left foot can change the way you play. To have some wingers that are more offensive than defensive can change the way we play. So these kind of things that we are going to try to do in the future is going to take time. It's not going to be one summer or whatever. So I was just talking about that. And then the weakness, you can see the game. We have so many problems. Even winning these kind of games, we can see during the game we have a lot of things to improve.
Hi Ruben. What are you going to do now in the Premier League? Are we just not going to see Bruno and Harry and all your key players for these next two games? Or do you want them to be, I don't know, have some game time before they have to play Spurs in that final?
No, they will play because sometimes it's better to play. What I will protect is the players that can get an injury. For example, Bruno or the last game before Tottenham, but we moved the game to Friday, Chelsea. So we'll have time to recover. We want to win, to be competitive also in Premier League. Bruno doesn't have the problem of any injury, but Harry has. So we'll have to manage that. But they have to play, and this is better to play than to stay out.
Hi Ruben. At the end of the season, there's a post-season tour. Just wondering, what are your thoughts on that, and were you consulted on it at all?
Yes, I was consulted, and again I already spoke about that. We cannot say nothing after this season, so we need to help we need to help the club, because the club win some money. We are going to connect with all our fans around the world, and that is important, especially when we lose and we disappoint our supporters during this tough season. So I think is the least we can do, and we are going to take all the team, young kids also. We'll have the staff there. We had a lot of changes in the staff, so we are trying to build something as a family. I think is also a good thing.
So will you take all the senior players as well?
Yes, yeah, yes.
Hi Ruben, just with regard to competition for places for the Europa League final, do you expect it to be sort of dog eat dog in training, really intense?
I don't know. I expect for example, like I said, some players we have some doubts that they will recover, they will push forward a little bit, and we have to manage that, not to take the risk and to have big issues. Of course, they will fight for the places. They will be ready, excited, and that is the good thing. Not just the final, but also to prepare the games of Premier League with something in our mind that we can win, and it's going to be massive.
Do you have to be a little bit careful that the players aren't too fierce in training because of the competition?
I don't have that in me. I will always push forward, but of course I will try to manage everything. They don't need a lot of load now, so the trainings are going to be soft in that department, but of course they will push each other.
What will you look for from these last three league games now? Because everybody will assess your season based on what happens in the final. You'll win it and finish 16th, and it won't matter, or you'll lose it and you'll finish 15th, and it's terrible. What are you looking for from these last three games?
We cannot save nothing from Premier League, but I think it's a good thing for them. We will not have a lot of trainings. They will fight for the place in the final in these games. I think against Brentford we had some mistakes that I felt that some of our players were thinking about this game. So we have to manage that, but we also have to acknowledge that we are Manchester United, and we need to win games also in Premier League, and we have to use every game to improve, even to prepare the final, but especially to prepare the future.
Last question. Hi, Ruben. West Ham's one of the sides that can overtake you, so how important is that? And do you understand criticism of your approach in the Premier League matches? Roy Keane's been quite outspoken today about the players' performances in Premier League matches in between these key Europa League games.
Yeah, we are trying to do our best, but I agree we can do better. And when you, again, I don't have nothing to say about the criticism because we deserve it. We cannot, if we cannot accept everything in this kind of season, I think we are in the wrong business. And I have full acknowledge that, and I agree with all the critics. But in this moment, I think it's really clear. And we have to be smart, and we have to take a risk, and we have to take the risk to get a lot of critics from everybody because the standards of Roy Keane and all these guys are really high. But I have to make a choice. What is the best for the club, not what is the best for me. And I make a choice. In this moment, I'm going to save and try to save all the players because it's really important for us to win the final. Thank you.